Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a quick turn of events, trying to get everything set.
Welcome to this afternoon.
We will
This afternoon's game between San Jac
try to get the rosters as we come up and get things loaded.
The San Jac Coyotes.
Tyler's is essentially the same.
Number 5, Madison Neal. Number 12, Tori Ramirez.
There's Paysinger, Snow, and Weber. TJC, the visiting team. As
now batting, Brianna Paysinger.
So Paysinger at the plate. And slap that first hit, just going to be a high pop-up over to second. So Paysinger will go down by way of F4 to start this one.
Now batting number 5, Rebecca Snow. Oh, no, 15, Rebecca Snow.
That's ball 1. In the circle for San Jacinto, their ace, Nikki Gonzalez. And we'll get stats as we get going here. We'll be able to fill a couple innings worth of playing catch up as we literally got set up on the field, set the iPad up to go, and was trying to get lineups, and here we go. Snow now with a 2-2 count. 1 out for Tyler here in the top half of the first. These Region 14 foes, about 4 hours apart. The 20-hour trip, and Snow goes down swinging. Brings up in the 3-hole the center fielder, Haley Weber.
Now batting number 21, Haley Weber.
Ball 1 across. Check swing on a go and no go, so another ball. Gonzalez a 1.38 ERA, 33 wins, 4 losses. As ball 3 on the outside. 248 innings pitched. Giving up 164 hits, 68 runs, 49 of those earned. 45 balls, or 45 walks, and 255 strikeouts. As Weber looks at ball 4. So Weber will get on. So with 1 on, 1 out, Mackenzie Goswick
Number 19, Mackenzie Goswick.
comes to the plate. Two out here for Tyler in the top half of the first in this elimination bracket game with Region 14 foe San Jacinto. That one's just popped up, and on the move was number 1, Caitlin Curl.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base.
Caitlin Curl. So that will end the top half of the first. As it was a quick turn game for Tyler. San Jacinto got here by way of dropping a winner's bracket game versus Salt Lake earlier this afternoon. TJC dropped the first game to Howard, but just finished off Snead State. Now in the second game of the day for both, just trying to stay alive to play again tomorrow. Mardones will be in the circle for Tyler. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to try to finish out some of these lineups as best I can for you, and we'll get things going here in the bottom half of the first. Scoreless, Tyler versus Sanjak in the 2017 National Tournament. We'll be back in a minute.
Leadoff batter for the San Jack Coyotes is number 7, Alex DeLeon.
Leading off for San Jacinto is De Leon. De Leon, a .322 average on the year. Slabs the first pitch from Mardones out of play behind the San Jacinto dugout. On deck is number 15, Missy Hernandez. As that one's foul down the left field line. With the quick turn, we're still trying to catch up with rosters and scorecards. As that was ball low. De Leon, the leadoff batter for Sanjak here in the bottom half of the first. 1-2 pitch, high for ball 2. And that slapped out to left, gonna fall in for a single. So De Leon will be on by way of 1B7. As here on field 2, you can kind of see a little bit different of a scenery behind us. The previous 2 days, or field number 5 where we started out yesterday, is through the whole common area and behind us, so all the weather was coming off that ridge line in the back. As squares around a bunt, but dead ball for strike 1. Is Missy Hernandez. Hernandez, a .358 batting average. The 0-1 pitch, squares around the bunt, gets that one down the first baseline. Able to get the play at first. So Hernandez will get a sacrifice bunt to move De Leon over.
Number 10.
That brings up Damien in the 3 hole for San Jacinto. So with 1 out, runner on second, here in the bottom half of the first, still scoreless, Tyler San Jacinto. Was a very quick turn from end of first game for Tyler just to come over here and get things set up. So 2-0 count One out, one on for San Jac at the plate. Ball 3, low and inside. In this elimination bracket game, it's still win to stay in. Tyler trying to stay in to play tomorrow as a called strike 3. And that's ball 4. So Damien will walk. So 2 on, 1 out for San Jacinto here in the bottom half of the first. Still scoreless for everyone still joining in. You know, it's a little bit awkward of a camera angle, but where the power is and the way the fence is posted, or the way the fence is up, we try to get a little bit of the best angle we can as the sun sets behind the Apache dugout down first baseline. One pitch from Mardones. Change up, call strike. San Jac won during day 1 and then lost to Salt Lake earlier today. So they're sitting at a 42-20 record. That comes right back up the middle. Can't quite maintain control of it was Goswick. She was able to barely get a glove on it and just kept it in the infield. So De Leon will advance to third. Damien will get on second.
Now coming up, number 6. Riley,
And that was actually Kochlat in the 4 hole that got the single. And we'll set both lineups here at the end of the first, as that's the first pitch swinging out to right, or just at the edge of the dirt for out number 2. Little pop-up by Bullen. So brings up the 6-hole Taylor Office, the designated player.
Now batting number 20, Taylor Office.
Leave on the field, kid. Man, leave on the field.
Change up, call for a ball. That's ball 2 high. As that one's deep left field, but Paysinger able to easily come underneath it. So Office will be out by way of F7. Winds are moving out towards left field, coming from home plate, first baseline, out to left field on this setup. So no runs for San Jacinto.
That's the end of the first inning, score 0-0.
So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left on base for the bottom half for San Jacinto. So the lineup, go through the starting lineup, batting order for Tyler. Of course, leading off was Paysinger at left field. Batting second was Snow, the designated player. And third is Weber, the center fielder. Fourth is Goswick, the first baseman. Batting fifth is Shelby Court, the catcher. Batting sixth, Moore, the third baseman. Batting seventh, Mackenzie Pete at second base. Batting eighth, Mackenzie Chatham at shortstop. And batting ninth, Shelby Hotchkiss in right field. Of course, in the circle for Tyler is Kelly Mardones. And for San Jacinto's batting order, the leadoff, number one
Leadoff
batter,
for Tyler.
De Leon at first base.
Number 12.
Two-hole is Hernandez, second base. Batting third, Damian at third base. Batting fourth, Cottrell at shortstop. Batting fifth, Bullen at left field. Batting sixth, Office, the designated player. Batting seventh, McHenry in right field. Batting eighth, Doherty in center field. And batting ninth, Curl as the catcher. Nicky Gonzalez is the pitcher in the circle for San Jacinto. Leading off for Tyler in the top half of the second is Shelby Court. 5, 6, 7 up for Tyler. Court, Moore, and Pete. As you may hear the wind, it may shake the camera a little bit, but it's now rotates from blowing out towards left to out towards center, the way this field is set up. So 1-2 pitch, fouled that one back and hit right in front of the stand to move the camera angle. So we'll try to fix that for you. So reset a 1-2 pitch. And going to be struck out looking. So next up for
number 17,
Tyler is
Moore.
third baseman Casey Moore. Two 2-1 pitch. Looks at ball 3 inside. And strikeout swinging on a full count is Moore. Brings up the 8-hole Mackenzie Pete. Tyler's second baseman.
Mackenzie Pete.
That one's fouled back out of play. And that one's fouled out of play, back behind us. So 0-2 count to Mackenzie Pete in the 7-hole for Tyler. No one on. And that's fouled back just above us. Still scoreless here in the second. Oh, 2 pitch from Gonzalez. And that's roped over the third. Going to be a hot bounce and a throw. Going to get her in time. So Pete goes down by way of 5-3. So 3 up, 3 down for Tyler in the top half of the second. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base.
No runs, no errors, and nobody left on.
So after 1.5, still scoreless. Coming up to bat in the bottom half of the second is 7, 8, 9, McHenry, Doherty, and Curl. Still scoreless here in this elimination game between these Region 14 foes. Tyler and Sanjak coming up to bat, 7, 8, 9, McHenry, Doherty, and Curl for San Jacinto in the bottom half of the second. We'll be back in a minute. Leading off the bottom half of the second inning for San Jacinto is McHenry. McHenry coming into the day is 391 average, 184 at bats, 72 hits, 12 doubles, 4 triples, 3 home runs, and 36 RBI. As strike 1 comes across. As hit up the middle to Chatham, makes the play and going to get her in the bang bang at first. So great glove and throw by Chatham. McHenry goes down by way of 6-3.
Now batting number 22, Shelby Doherty.
Brings up Doherty, the center fielder. With 1 out here in the bottom half of the second, Tyler, San Jacinto, Region 14 foes. As strike 1 called on the outside. One pitch, and goes to bunt the changeup, but great job by Mardones to pick it up and throw to first. So Doherty goes down by way of 1-3.
Number 1, Caitlin Curl.
So with 2 outs, brings up the 9-hole Curl. Looks at strike 1. And that's going to be ripped, and 3 bounces out to Paysinger and left. So Curl will get on 1B7. So with 2 outs, Curl on first, brings up the top of the lineup, De Leon. Led off the first inning with a single out to left. One 1-0 pitch to De Leon. As that one's going to be a 3 bouncer into center. Making a play at third, but going to be in there is Curl. So Curl's going to make it all the way to third. De Leon will get a 1B8 and an extra bag on the throw. So runners at first and second for San Jacinto.
Now batting number 15, Missy Hernandez.
Runners on second and third, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second. Brings up the 2-hole Hernandez. Grounded to first the first time up. Looks at ball one, blown away. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for Sanjak here in the bottom half of the second. And that's going to ground over to second. Pete the Goswick will end the inning. No damage done. So no runs off of 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on for Sanjak in the bottom half of the second. So we'll play 2 complete, still scoreless between these Region 14 opponents. Due up for Tyler in the top half of the third is 8-9-1, Chatham, Hotchkiss, and Paysinger. Winner of this one stays alive and will play again tomorrow, noon local, so 1 p.m. for all the Texas folks. For those following in from California, it would be 11 a.m. for you. But TJC and Sanjak, Texas teams that are about 4 hours apart from each other, battling here to stay alive in the 2017 National Tournament. So 8-9-1 coming up for Tyler. Chatham, Hotchkiss, Paysinger in the top half of the third, still scoreless. We'll be back in a minute.
Leading off for the Tyler Apaches, number 2, Mackenzie Chatham.
First pitch, swinging strike for Chatham at the plate. Lead off the top half of the third. I will say, if any of you have any investment money in Halls, I know I'm contributing to your dividends this week. Two strikes to Chatham at the plate. Change up on the outside for a ball. So 1-2 pitch to Chatham. And that's fouled back on the fence. Stays alive for another 1-2 pitch. No outs. As Chatham's leading off the top half of the third, still scoreless. Looks at ball 1 high, or ball 2 high. Two pitch, and that's right back up the middle. Goes off the glove of Gonzalez, able to get the toss over and stay with it for the out. So Chatham will go down by way of 1-3. Brings up the 9-hole Shelby Hotchkiss.
Now batting number 13, Shelby Hotchkins.
That first pitch dribbled foul down the first baseline. Oh, 2 count now to Hotchkiss. 1 out for Tyler here in the top half of the third. Scoreless. Looks at ball 1 high. One-two pitch to Hotchkiss. And got her looking for strike 3. As a little change-up stayed about belt high. So brings up to the plate Brianna Pasinger.
Now batting, number 3, Brianna Pasinger.
Pasinger flew out. Had a little pop up to the second baseman back in the first inning. Looks at strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, 2 outs. And wanted to take it, looks at strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch, and pops that one, just a high fly ball out to left. Underneath it is Bullen for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 down in order for Tyler as Pasinger goes out by way of F7. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Goes to the bottom half of the third. 3, 4, 5 coming up for Sanjak. Damian, Kochula, and Bullen. As we're still scoreless here in this elimination game at the 2017 NJCAA National Tournament. Winner advances to play tomorrow to stay alive in the tournament. Got a win to keep staying in this double elimination tournament. But we'll go to the bottom half of the third. Damian, Kochula, and Bullen up for San Jacinto. Still scoreless here. We'll be back in a minute.
Leading off for Sanjak Coyotes is number 10, Danny Damian.
Starting off the third for San Jacinto as Damian walked and got stranded at second back in the first inning. Strike 1 called. And that changeup is ripped foul out of play down the left field line. Actually, it rolls back in over towards Pasinger. As you can kind of tell in that ridge line in the back that the sun is setting here in St. George. So 1-2 count for Damian at the plate. And that's pop out to left center, able to come over as Weber. Goes down by way of F8, so brings up Kotrala. Had a single back in the first inning. Kotrala, the 4-hole hitter. And that's off the screws of the bat, but foul. So 0-1 pitch from Mardones. And that's a little looper, just kind of almost a swing and bunt, but Mardones is able to get that and toss it in time. Out by way of 1-3. Brings up Bullen. First time up, flew out the little popper over to Mackenzie Pete at second. Change up way too far outside for ball one. One-0 count now to Bullen. And that's strike one called. One pitch, 2 outs. And that's ball 2 on the inside. Wind has died down, still favoring towards left field, but not the steady wind. And strike 2 called on the outside corner. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third for San Jac. Bullen at the plate and reaches for that one. Grounder over to Chatham. Easily able to throw it to Goswick for a 6-3. So 3 up, 3 down for San Jac in the bottom half of the third. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After 3 complete, we're still scoreless here in this elimination bracket game in St. George, Utah, home of the 2017 NJCA Softball National Tournament. Both teams must win to stay in to play again tomorrow. Up for TJC in the top half of the fourth, 2-3-4, Snow, Weber, and Goswick. We're still scoreless, headed to the top of the fourth. Tyler batting. We'll be back in a minute.
Lead off for Tyler Apache. Number 15, Rebecca Snow.
Leading off the top half of the fourth, Rebecca Snow for Tyler. And looks to slap at it, but no go for ball 1 high. 1-0 pitch from Gonzalez. Strike 1 called. And that's popped up. And this was trouble. And Snow's going to try to get into second. Safe at the throw. as that one just fell. Shortstop Petrola ran past it, and Doherty couldn't quite get to it. So Snow, 1B8. So she'll get a single out of it, and then on the throw, get over to second. So Weber now to the plate, got on by way of a walk back in the first. And ball one low. TJC first runner in scoring position today here in the top half of the fourth. Snow with a leadoff bloop single. Sits on second. 1-0 pitch to Weber. A little off speed for strike one. So a 1-0 or 1-1 pitch for Weber at the plate. Snow on second. Still scoreless here in the top half of the fourth. And looks to bunt and went around, so strike two. One on, no outs, 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one back to stay alive. Reset for a 1-2 pitch, no outs. Rebecca Snow sits on second, and that's fouled out of play behind the dugout for San Jacinto. I will say here on field two is a beautiful view of the sunset. Hopefully the video quality is maintaining a high enough depth where you can see it a little bit back there. It's crystal clear with a few clouds as Weber strikes out swinging. Gonzalez's fourth strikeout on the day. Brings up to the plate Mackenzie Goswick. A little pop up to the pitcher back in the first inning to end it. Or I think that she had a little pop up and the catcher got it. Marked wrong on my part, so watch strike one called. TJC with 1 on, 1 out. Goswick at the plate, Snow at second. 0-1 pitch. And fans at that one for strike two. Oh-2 pitch now to Goswick. And ball one outside. One-two pitch to Goswick, 1 out, 1 on. Looks at ball two on the outside. Two pitch for Goswick at the plate. And little change up, gonna be a floater coming over and getting that is Catrola from short. So Goswick will go down by way of F6.
Now batting number 12.
So with 2 outs, brings up to the plate Shelby Court. Struck out looking first time up in the second. Snow sits on second. And first pitch swing is going to be foul inside the Sanjak dugout. As that first pitch was a little changeup. 0-1 now for Court at the plate. Here in the top half of the fourth, still scoreless with Tyler and Sanjak. And strike two comes across. Winner advances to play at noon tomorrow, Utah time, in the elimination bracket. Got to win to stay in. And that's fouled back to stay alive. Oh, 0-2 count to Court at the plate. And strikeout swinging. So TJC brings 4 to the plate that time. But no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. So after 3.5 innings of play, we're still scoreless. San Jacinto coming up in the bottom half of the fourth. 6, 7, 8, Office, McHenry, and Doherty. TJC Sanjak scoreless here in this elimination round game. We'll be back for the bottom half of the fourth in a minute.
Don't settle.
Leading off for Sanjak in the bottom half of the fourth is Taylor Office, a designated player. Flew out to left the first time. Looks at ball 1 on the inside.
Now batting, Taylor Office.
1-0 pitch now to Office. Pitch. Ball 3 low. .30 pitch coming from Mardones. And strike 1 down the middle. Draws ball 4.
Now batting number 3, Taylor McHenry.
God, 2-1, 2-0. 2-1, 2-0. Hey, game time, man. Game time. Put it on right now. Game time.
Drag bunt sacrifice by McHenry. That sends.
Next up, number 22.
And there was a
Doherty.
Nikhila Robinson came in to pinch run for Office. Puts Nikila Robinson over on second. McHenry will get a sacrifice bunt for out number 1. Brings up Doherty. And change up, grabbed by Moore at third. Did a little check look over at second to hold Robinson at second. Threw out Doherty at first. So 2 outs. Runner on second for San Jacinto in the bottom half of the 4th. Brings up the 9-hole curl. Single out to left first time up. Fouled back out of play. As you hear the ceremonial Sanjak drumsticks on a bucket with the chants. 0-1 pitch. Change up for strike 2. Oh-2 pitch. Ball 1 on the outside. 2 outs. Robinson sits on second for Sanjak here in the bottom half of the 4th. We're still scoreless as that's popped up just right behind us, out of play. Ball 2 outside. So 2-2 count, 2 outs for Curl at the plate, and that's ripped foul down the left line. Reset for another 2-2 count, 2 outs. And change up. Ball 3 up and away. So full count, 2 outs. Runner at second for Sanjak here in the bottom half of the 4th. And that's popped up. Going to be a fair ball by a foot. Play is going to be at the plate. Missed throw. She would have been there in time. So Robinson will score first for Sanjak. Curl will get on with a 1B7 and an extra bag on the throw.
Next batter for Sanjak, number 7, Alex De Leon.
Brings up the top of the lineup, De Leon. 2 singles today. Called for a ball on the outside for that one. Single to left, single to center. So 1-2 pitch or 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. So 2-0 pitch coming from Mardones. And that's slapped and gloved by Moore on third. Just stuck it out there as it almost went past her. So De Leon will be out by way of L5.
1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base.
So 1 run off of 1 hit.
At the top of the 5th, our score is
No errors and 1 left on for San Jacinto in the bottom half of the 4th. But Sanjak breaks on the scoreboards first. After 4 complete, Sanjak leads Tyler 1-0 in this elimination bracket game. Due up for Tyler in the top half of the 5th, 6, 7, 8. Moore, Pete, and Chatham. We'll be back in a minute.
Leading off for the Tyler Apache, number 17, Casey Moore.
Leading off for Tyler at the top of the fifth is Casey Moore. Struck out swinging back in the second. Ball one high, up and away. And tip that one back for strike one. One count now for Moore. Ball too high. Holds off from swinging at that one for ball three. So 3-1 count now for Moore at the plate. Strike two brings the count to full. And going to be inside for ball four. So Casey draws the leadoff walk, brings up Mackenzie Pete, grounded to third, back in the second. And running for Casey Moore is number 9, Nadia Jimenez.
Number 8, Mackenzie Pete.
So Jimenez will come to run in for 9. Will come in to run in for Casey Moore. Mackenzie Pete now at the plate. And lays down a bunt. And gonna not get it down. It's gonna fly in the air, so that'll be a F3. And Jimenez slides back in as the throw goes back to first. Sails a little bit past, but can't quite, not far enough to be able to make a run by Jimenez. Brings up Chatham. Grounded back to the pitcher, back in the third. Looks at strike one. TJC with 1 out, 1 runner on. Chatham at the plate, trailing Sanjak 1-0 here in the top half of the fifth of this elimination game. And that one's popped up. Able to come in and get it is McHenry. So Chatham with a F9. Brings up 9-hole hitter Shelby Hotchkiss.
Shelby Hotchkiss.
Hotchkiss struck out looking back in the third. Jimenez on first. 2 outs for TJC, trailing 1-0 here in the top half of the fifth. Looks at strike one, throw over to first, not in time. 0-1. 0-1 count now to Hotchkiss. Curl blocks it. Jimenez takes off a couple extra steps, but able to get back before the throw. TJC and Sanjak battling to stay alive in this tournament. 1-1 pitch. That's back out of play. One-two count for Hotchkiss at the plate. 2 outs, 1 on for Tyler here in the top half of the 5th. And gonna look at strike 3. So for Tyler in the top half of the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. As we'll go to the bottom half, San Jacinto leading Tyler 1-0 with 2-3-4 up. Hernandez, Damian, and Controlla. But we'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. Sanjak leading Tyler right now 1-0.
Fans, you can all follow the action of the 2017
We'll be back in a minute.
NJCAA Spring Sports National Championships live on the NJCAA TV. Go to www.njcaatv.com to view the live and achieve the video of the National Archive, the video of the National Tournament for lacrosse, softball, and baseball. NJCAA TV is now also available on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Android TV, and the ROKU streaming platform. NJCAA TV, official digital video network of the NJCAA. Leadoff batters number 15.
Lead off for San Jacinto in the bottom half of the 5th is Hernandez. Ground out to first and ground to second. Her previous 2 times up. Looks at strike 1. Sanjak leads this one in the bottom half of the 5th. 1-0. As that one's off the screws of the changeup. Mardones easily able to pick that one up and throw it over for a 1-3 on the scorebook. Brings up the 3-hole hitter, Damian.
Now batting number 10, Danny Davis.
A walk in the first and a fly out to center. In the third, looks at ball 1. 1-0 pitch from Mardones. And it just misses on the inside. Two-0 pitch to Damian. And that's deep center, going a few steps back is Weber, able to glove it. So Damian goes out by F8. So San Jacinto with 2 down brings up the shortstop, Controlla.
Mackenzie Hepla.
And that one's a few feet foul down the left field line. First pitch swinging there. Controlla had a single in the first and ground out back to Mardones in the third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th for San Jacinto. Up to the plate, Controlla. 0-1 pitch. Change up, called ball on the outside. 1-1 pitch from Mardones. And that's ripped deep into the left field corner, but foul. So 0-2 or 1-2. Pitch coming for Petrola. And got her looking on that one for a backwards K. So 3 up, 3 down for San Jacinto in the top half of the bottom half of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 5 complete, TJC trails San Jacinto 1-0 in this elimination bracket game.
Our score is 1-0 in favor of the San Jack Coyotes.
TJC needs to get on the board. In order to stay alive, winner of this one advances to play tomorrow for a chance to stay in the tournament. These Region 14 foes seen each other a few times. But for Tyler in the top half of the 6, 7, 8, Moore, Pete, and Chatham. We'll be back in a minute. TJC trails 1-0, headed to the top of the 6th.
Leading off for Tyler is going to be number 3, Brianna Pasinger.
Apologize there, folks. It's not 6, 7, 8. I was looking at the wrong line drawn across on the scorebook. At the top of the lineup, Pasinger, Snow, Weber. Pasinger 0 for 2 so far today, or this one. Flew out to second, flew out to left. Looks at strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch now to Pasinger. Looks at ball 1 up and away. TJC trailing here in the top half of the 6th, 1-0. Both teams trying to stay alive, win to stay in. 1-1 pitch, and that's deep over to left, has a shot, and it's gone. Pasinger evens up the score with a solo shot over right field. So TJC draws it back to equal at 1s. Brings up Rebecca Snow, the designated player. Snow struck out swinging back in the 1st inning. Single to center back in the 4th. And ball 1 on the outside. One-0 pitch from Gonzalez. That's ball 2 high. Two-0 pitch. That's going to be low for ball 3. And Sanjak's going to take a timeout. As Snow is facing a 3-0 count after the leadoff Pasinger hit a solo shot over right to draw this one back even at 1. Once again, both teams trying to stay alive in this 2017 softball national tournament. Win to stay in. Winner gets to go on to play tomorrow at noon local here in Utah. 1 p.m. for all the folks back in Texas. These teams just 4 hours apart from each other. San Jac down in Houston. Tyler, of course, up in Tyler. So 3-0 pitch to Snow and called strike one. So 3-1 pitch now coming from Gonzalez. Snow at the plate, no outs, score 1-1, and ball 4. And a lot of fire coming out of TJC's dugout now. Brings up 3-hole hitter, center fielder Haley Weber.
Now batting number 21.
Weber
Haley Weber.
walked back in the first, struck out swinging in the fourth. Here in the top half of the sixth, score 1-1, no outs. Snow on first, Weber at the plate. Change up upstairs for ball 1. A 1-0 pitch coming to Weber at the plate. And that's bunted, a beautiful bunt. Beautiful sacrifice bunt, gets Snow over to second. Weber out by way of a 2-4 as Hernandez was covering the plate. And as it looked like Weber went down after the play at first. It's just right at the edge of the camera angle. Not sure if it was a step on the bag or what. The graduate assistant athletic trainer Bree is out there checking her out.
I think she fell down on him. She popped it.
So I think she stepped on the bag wrong or was carrying some momentum trying to go past first. So she's helped up. Walking back into the dugout, so that's a good sign. Little gingerly, but never want to see anybody go down at this stage. But that brings to the plate with 1 out. Snow now on second. Mackenzie Goswick now at the plate. Flew out, just a little looper behind to the catcher back in the first. And flew out to short back in the fourth. So scores at 1s here in the top half of the sixth. That's ball 1 across the plate. One out for Tyler here in the top half of the sixth. Ball 2 comes across. Looks at ball 3 low and away. So 3-0 count at the plate for Goswick. Snow sits on second by way of a walk and a sac bunt by Weber. And strike one down the middle. TJC's Brianna Pasinger led this inning off with a solo shot over right to even it up at ones. And swings through that one for strike two. Full count now at the plate. One out, one on, second for Tyler. And fouls that one off to stay alive. Fouls that one back to stay alive. So we'll reset for another full count with one out. Rebecca Snow on second. Scores at ones here in this elimination game over in St. George, Utah. And fouls that one back again. Full count once again, and gets the changeup fouled back out of play. Goswick, quality at bat here at the plate with a full count, one out, one on, and that one's hit over to third. Check the runner and able to get the throw out at first. So Goswick will be down by way of 5-3. So 2 outs, brings to the plate Shelby Court. Shelby Court trying to get her first hit of this one. Struck out looking in the second. Struck out swinging in the fourth. Here in the top half of the sixth, 1-1. Rebecca Snow on second for Tyler. Off speed, high for ball one. I think that one missed ball one low, or ball low. Looked like a beautiful, beautiful pitch there, but 2-0 count now for Court at the plate. One on for Tyler. And that's ball three high. Pitch, ball four low. So Court will draw the walk, trot over to first, brings up Casey Moore. Struck out back in the second swinging, and then walked back in the fifth, or last inning. So there's 2 on for Tyler, runners at first and second. Snow at second, Court at first. At the plate, Casey Moore. Two outs, 2 on for Tyler. Top half of the sixth. Change up, cross for strike one. Well, I thought he said strike, but didn't give any notion for it. We'll see. So that's ball low. So yeah, 1-1 count. Scores even at 1 here in the top half of the sixth, with Pasinger solo shot over right. 2 on, 2 out. Looks at ball 2 high. Scoreboard operator a little bit behind of, or not quite in sync. There we go. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs for Tyler here in the top half of the 6th. Moore at the plate. And looks at ball 3 low. So 3-1 count, 2 outs, runners at first and second for Tyler. And that's going to be strike 2 called. So full count, 2 outs. Runners will be moving on the pitch. Snow at second, Court at first, and that's fouled back out of play. And off-speed pitch swinging. That's the 7th strikeout for Gonzalez of the night. But Tyler gets 1 run off a 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. So TJC evens it up after 5.5. Head to the bottom of the 6th.
Keep up with the latest news
With 5, 6, 7, Bullen, Office, and McHenry due up for San Jacinto. We're even at 1, headed to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back in a minute.
www.njcaa.org.
Little bit of change for Tyler. Coming in for Haley Weber. As Weber's up walking around, but thinking the favoring that right leg a little bit. But Tucker Caraway will come in for Weber in the lineup in the 3-hole. Caraway will actually go to left field. Paysinger will move over to center. So headed bottom half of the 6th. Mardones in the circle. 5, 6, 7 at the plate for Sanjak. Bullen up first. As a bunt right back to Mardones. Mardones can't quite handle it. Bang, bang play called safe at first. So they get the leadoff runner
Now batting number 20.
on to first.
Taylor Office.
So coming in, re-entry for Taylor Office as Robinson ran 4 back in the 4th. Office flew out to left field in the 1st inning and walked back in the 4th. So with no outs, a runner on first for Sanjak. Ball 1 low and away. A 1-0 pitch. Tried to a bunt, but going to be foul as it stayed inside the batter's box. One pitch to Office. Goes to bunt that one, gonna stay fair. And nobody can pick it up. So Bullen will advance to second. Office will get on first.
Number 3, Taylor McHenry.
So probably going to pinch run again. Might be Robinson. And check that. Number 18 will come in to pinch run. Number 18 is Caitlin Rivera. And tries to bunt at that one. Third was stolen. Bullen took off. Office, or check that. Rivera stays at first. As Coach Wynn goes out to the circle to chat with the team on some little stuff. So we'll come back to play as soon as the umpire gets off the phone. As the tournament staff came up and handed, not sure what the phone call is, but waiting on the umpire to get off the phone. Which, not sure why we would be waiting for a phone call in the middle of the game. So I guess it's something with the changes going on. So 0-1 pitch, swings through it for strike 2. Oh-2 pitch now on the way from Mardones. And that one's gonna stay in front of Shelby Court, but runner will advance to second. Rivera will be on second, Bullen on third. McHenry at the plate. 1-2 count. And fouls that one off the backstop. Reset, a 1-2 count. And that's going to be bounced up the middle. Play at the plate, not in time. So Bullen will score. Sanjak goes back up 2-1. Rivera will get over to third. McHenry will get on by way of fielder's choice. So runners at the corners, no outs. Brings up Doherty. Grounded out to Mardones and then grounded over to third. Her 2 times up. And just going to let McHenry take second there. So McHenry on second, Rivera on third, no outs. Sanjak goes up, or Sanjak up 2-1 here in the bottom half of the 6th. And that's strike 1 called. 1-1 count. And that's fouled back off the fence. A 1-2 pitch. No outs, 2 on for Sanjak here in the bottom half of the 6th. Ball outside. Two count. And that's fouled back out of play. Sanjak answers Tyler's run from the top half here in the bottom half. Gets back in the lead, 2-1. Reset another 2-2 count. And ball 3 on the inside. So full count. And that's right back to Mardones. Mardones gets the out at first, or checks the runner, gets the out at first. So Doherty out by way of 1-3. So with 1 out, 2 on for Sanjak, brings up 9-hole hitter Curl. Curl 2 singles on the day, out to left. So 1 out, 2 on. And change up. Ball on the outside. And that's fouled back for strike 1. A 1-1 count to Curl at the plate. 2-1. Ball outside. Ball up and away. Two-one pitch to Curl. And that's out to left. Making the catch is Tucker Caraway. Quickly gets the ball in, so no run score. Nobody moves up. So Curl out by way of F7. Brings back to the top of the lineup De Leon. De Leon 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a line drive to third. So 2 outs for Sanjak here in the bottom half of the 6th. Sanjak leading Tyler 2-1. Winner goes on to play tomorrow. You have to win to stay in as this elimination round matchup. 1-0 pitch, and that's right back up the middle. Chatham can't quite get to it and bobbles it. Another run will score. McHenry will advance to third. De Leon will be on by way of E6.
Now batting number 15, Missy Hernandez.
That extends the Sanjak lead to 3-1. Brings up 2-hole hitter Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 3. That's popped up back out of play. Ground to first, ground to second, and ground to back to Mardones. We're 3 times up already. Oh, 1 pitch, ball low, and De Leon's gonna scoot on over to second. So runners at first or second and third. McHenry on third, De Leon on second, Hernandez at the plate. Ball up and away. It's 2-1 count. Scoreboard operator still can't catch up. There he goes. So 2-1 pitch by Mardones. That's popped back out of play. We'll bring it 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Sanjak here in the bottom half of the 6th. Runners on second and third. And leading Tyler 3-1. And that's fouled right in front of the Apache dugout. So reset the 2-2 count. 2 on, 2 out for Sanjak in the bottom of the 6th. And that's hit right over to second. Easily able to field it is Pete and throws it over to Goswick. So it gets out of the inning by way of 4-3, but not before Sanjak gets 2 runs across
2 runs, 1
on
hit, 2 errors,
2
2
hits,
left on base after 7. Or after
1
6.
error,
Our score is 3-1.
and 2 left on base. So TJC heads up to the bottom or top half of the 7th, needing 2 to stay alive in this one. Due up for Tyler in the top half of the 7th, 7, 8, 9. Pete, Chatham, and Hotchkiss. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay, yeah. Hello? Yes, I'm here. In left field, 21 is the offensive player. All right, thank you.
Leadoff batter is number 8, McKenzie.
So for Tyler to stay alive, needs 2 runs on the scoreboard to push this game into the bottom half of the 7th. Sanjak's looking for the 3 outs. Up to bat is Mackenzie Pete for Tyler. That's ball 1 low. Ball 2 inside and low. Two-0 pitch from Gonzalez. Ball 3 low and inside. And 4 straight balls. Mackenzie Pete with the leadoff walk.
Now batting number 2.
Comes up
Mackenzie
shortstop
Chatham.
Mackenzie Chatham. So TJC pushing to get 2 runs to stay alive in this one. Trails Sanjak 3-1 here in the top half of the 7th. Winner stays alive, and that's bunted back off the back cage. We got a win to stay in the tournament. TJC dropped the first game yesterday, won over Snead State a little earlier, and now fighting to stay alive versus Sanjak. Pete's on second, or Pete's on first. Chatham at the plate, no outs, 0-2 count on the way, and fouled back to stay alive. Oh, 2 pitch, and fouled that one off or foul tip back into the glove. So one down. TJC needing 2 runs. Brings up 9-hole Shelby Hotchkiss. Check that. It's Tucker Caraway.
Tucker Caraway.
So not sure the rest of the substitutions there. So but Tucker Caraway called strike after fouling the first one off. So 0-2 count for Caraway at the plate. 1 out, 1 on for Tyler. Looks at that one high. One-two count to Caraway. Swings through that one for strike 3. So TJC down to its final out, needing 2 runs. To the plate is Brianna Pasinger at the top of the lineup.
Now batting number 3, Brianna Pasinger.
Pasinger scoring the only run so far for Tyler today. Or tonight. Ball 1 high. One 0 pitch from Gonzalez. Ball 2. Top half of the 7th, TJC trailing 3-1 to San Jacinto in this elimination game. 2-0 count, 2 on, 1, or 2 outs, 1 on for ball 3 now. So 3-0 count for Pasinger at the plate. That's right down the pipe for strike 1. Three-one count, 2 outs. TJC trailing 3-1 here in the top half of the 7th, needing 2 to stay alive. And called strike 2 down the plate. So full count, 2 outs for Pasinger at the plate. Mackenzie Pete will be on the move with the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. So Pete will go to second. Pasinger at first by way of a walk.
Now batting number 15, Rebecca Snow.
Brings up Rebecca Snow. Designated player for Tyler in the 2-hole. Tyler needing 2 to stay alive. 2 outs, 2 on. Looks at strike 1 across. Oh, 1 pitch from Gonzalez. Ball 1 on the outside. One pitch, 2 outs, 2 on for Tyler in top half of the 7th. Looks at strike 2. One-two count, 2 outs, 2 on for Tyler, top half of the 7th, trailing 3-1 to Sanjak. And that one's in play, going to be up the middle. 1 run, going to try to come at the plate. There's a play. Ball's loose, safe. TJC gets 1 across. Pete with some aggressive base running. Gets there for a bang-bang play, but Curl can't quite hold on to it at the plate. Pasinger ends up on third. Snow on by way of 1B8. brings up to the plate Haley Weber. Weber still in the batting lineup. So 2 on. Runners on second and third for Tyler. 2 outs. Needing 1 run to stay alive here in the top half of the 7th. Looks at ball on the outside. Two-0 count, 2 outs, 2 on for Tyler. Trails 3-2. Looks at strike 1. Throw back and going to be a rundown play at the plate. Tag for an out. Paysinger thought she missed it. So that will end the Tyler run on the season, as Paysinger will be thrown out by way of 5-2.
One left on base for a final score of 3-2.
As Paysinger thought that ball was passed.
And don't forget, after the final game, we will have some fireworks.
And TJC will conclude its season. Tried to put that last inning comeback on there. TJC will fall to 51-19 on the year. Back-to-back national tournament trips. 3 years of hosting a program. But TJC drops this one in the elimination round to San Jacinto, 3-2. Congrats to San Jacinto for staying alive in this one, representing Region 14 for the rest of the tournament. They will advance to play tomorrow. I believe their game will be at noon local time, so 1 o'clock for all the San Jac fans that have been watching and following today. But TJC loses a heartbreaker here, 3-2 versus San Jacinto in this elimination round game. For everybody, I want to thank everybody for following all season long. I know Dr. Groth was able to bring most of the games to you this year. If he wasn't there, at least Kelsey, Assistant Athletic Director Kelsey Weeks, was able to set up the iPad to get it at least streamed there, then listen to the PA. It's been a pleasure for me to be able to come back off some reserve military training, come back and bring you the postseason from the tournament down in San Jac, or the tournament down in Angelina, all the way up here in St. George, Utah. But I want to thank everybody involved with the program. Dr. Tim Drain, the athletic director, all the trainers, Eddie McGuire, Travis Gray, on staff there back at Tyler. Bree here for traveling with the team and getting everybody together out here. Coach Wynn, first season here at Tyler, gets TJC back to the national tournament in just its 3rd year of a program, like I mentioned, and assistant coach Shelby McGraw coming on for this year. But want to thank everybody once again over at TJC, all the administration being able to support us and get everything hooked up for this tournament and everything in between. So until next year, last weekend in January, first week of February, when softball starts back up at Tyler, I hope everybody comes out for those games. All you returning fans for next year, can't wait to go through the season once again and just hopefully get back to this point and continue on the Tyler legacy of trying to push for being the best in the country. But until next year, I want to say thank you and go Apaches.